Hi everyone, it's Wednesday and I had a plan to continue on about the social anxiety thing, but last night I found out that someone I once loved very dearly passed away, and I just feel like I need to take a minute to at least say what I need to say about it. Back in the 80s, when I got divorced from my first husband, I was single, alone, with two little children. They were like 4 and 6 at the time. And when I met Jack, we just somehow or other clicked. And the only problem is that he was quite a bit older than I was. He's just a couple of weeks away from what would have been his 84th birthday. But at the time, I was in my 30s, and it didn't really seem to make any difference. But the difference it made was that I had little children and his kids were grown, and he just, had a hard time with the fact that there were kids involved. But he was the person that made me realize that I didn't need to be abused. I didn't need to be beaten. I didn't need to be torn down every time somebody was mad at me. I didn't have to tolerate, somebody drunk coming in the house at 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't have to sleep with a knife under my mattress anymore because I was afraid. And when we met, my divorce was just, a couple of weeks old, and it's like, well, I'm free now. And he became my everything, except for my kids, which were, of course, my biggest concern. But we spent a year together. We traveled together. We went to dances. We went bowling. We went, you name it. I'm not sure we ever hit the movies. I don't think so. But he was everything to me. And we broke up because of the no children thing. And it was never an ugly breakup. It was friendly. I would see him from time to time. He would come over and cut my grass or, help around the house when I needed something done. He was just an all-around good guy. And, I'm stumbling now because I knew this was coming. He had Alzheimer's, and he died in the same facility that my brother-in-law passed away in when he had Alzheimer's. I can't even imagine Jack not being able to do the things he wanted to do because he was always doing something. He just never sat down. And it's like, if he wasn't helping me, he was helping his mom, he was helping his sisters. He worked full-time in the street department of the city we lived in for 30 years. And it's just, when it would snow, he would be out sometimes for 48 hours clearing snow. I can't imagine him not being vital. He was just the kind of guy that if my car broke down in some out of the way place, he would drop everything. And, even after we were not together anymore. And when I met my husband, we hadn't been apart that long. So it was kind of a tough pair of shoes for him to fill. It's like Jack was just, to me, perfect. And he was perfect for me. It's like I'm just a little lost for words. I can't imagine him not being there, and I can't imagine never running into him in the grocery store again. And if he weren't 1,000 miles away, I would be there today when they bury him. But I can't. So all I can say is, I really loved you, Jack. And there was always this little piece of my heart that belonged to you. No matter how much I loved my husband, no matter how much I loved my kids, this is what it is. And I've been married for 32 years and wouldn't trade my husband for anything. But there was this tiny little spot that always, always belonged to Jack and always will. And I hope that life is better to you on the other side. I don't know what to expect. But rest in peace. I love you.